SSS, mic check. Okay, I always say like, my check at the beginning of the stream, but I always have to pull up my own stream to actually check it. So give me a quick moment. Let's just see. Let's hop on Twitch first, as always. Twitch, yo yo yo, hello, Twitch. Is everything working? Hello. Seems like it is. Alright, that's cool. Alright, well, now on to YouTube. Alright. I'm not using freaking Firefox, so I have to relog into all the stuff. Give me a quick moment. Every stream I forget to do something in the setup. It is what it is. Okay, I can't read. There we go. Give me a quick moment here. Do this. YouTube. Alright, now I need to actually set a thumbnail. Which, look at me, if I felt like spending less effort into stream, I would have just reused thumbnails like I always do if I'm doing like the same stuff as the last stream. But for once, I actually made a newer thumbnail of Stygian. I can't really make a thumbnail of the World Class because I haven't done it yet. So, just put that. Alright, should be working. Let's go to YouTube, just double check. The actual website, not just YouTube Studios. Sounds like it's working. Alright, that's good. Awesome. Alright, well, for once, I'm not gonna do basically any stalling, actually, because it is 6 a.m. on the dot over here on the Pacific. I have not slept tonight, and I rather to get things going sooner rather than later. And so yeah, Stygian. It's been a few days since the last time I streamed, like 4 days, I think, 4 nights, 4 or 5, 3 nights. So over the 3 nights, I have made some innovations, and now I believe I have, as long as I put in enough time and effort, I think I'm guaranteed to be able to clear the Stygian. I did some testing, and okay, so at the end of last stream, I don't know how it took me so long, but I finally thought of Hyperbloom. But then I tested it and it didn't work. I just was like, okay, well, that's that. Well, apparently I'm stupid. And I didn't realize that, yeah, of course, Hyperbloom doesn't clear the hat because it's dendro damage. And it somehow didn't occur to me that it would clear the hat faster if I just don't use Nahada, but I could still use Hyperbloom for the damage phase. But I tried it a few times, it seems to still be about like a 10% DPS off of that. And, so, here's the innovation I made, alright? I bit the bullet, and, how do I put this? My C2 Raiden, right? C2. I finally took my C2 Raiden and put her on an EM build. It did not feel good doing this, but I am pretty sure through some testing, it probably has enough DPS to clear it. I haven't actually cleared it, but I have basically reset a few seconds before clearing it just to see if it's doable, but I want to save the actual doing it on stream. So this should be 100% doable, I feel like. Yeah. This is and I think this team is also good enough. It's just that with Stygian, it's easier to die with a turtle, and it's been a couple nights since I tried against a turtle, so I have to like. So I'm gonna start with that just to get used to it again. This might take a few tries. There are some RNGs that has to line up, but overall I think it is pretty good. And also, I have had a singular, like a minor skirk upgrade on her feather, so now she's like top 30%, so top 45%. Why did I hold the Scophia skill? I thought I was on Shenhe. See, this is what I meant by I am, it's been a while. Oh god, frame lag. Okay, this is just experiment. This is just testing to see, as a proof of concept, this works. 寒冰变身，电气化神，真品呈现。餐前甜点，静默，力量。Also, Shenhe here is to help break the shield faster. Oh my god, I died before the shield broke. Cooked. 低温处理，负君真行。力量。让世界热闹起来吧！当当，如雪焰般振翅，一律奉行。一流，力量。Go broken. Okay, no ult. It is what it is. 真体呈现。闪耀时刻，寒冰变身，力量。Maybe I should have put Shenhe on fast as well, but it is what it is. Although, yeah, this is carpal tunnel gameplay. Yeah, see, this is very doable. 一声冰身，嘿，天真赤奏，电气化神，如雪焰般振翅。And it's basically done. Oh, my index finger feels broken. Well, skirk is that when you're trying to lock in, you just spam click, and my finger's not used to it. And there it is, 109 seconds, pretty good. 11 seconds to spare. That's actually even better than how I did during testing, which is surprising, again, given the fact that I haven't done this in a couple days. Okay, why is this locked? Okay, you know what, I'm gonna unlock it. Yeah, during testing, it seemed like I would probably have around 2 seconds to spare. Like, I exited with 5 seconds left, and it seems like it's about another 2 or 3 seconds of DPS before clearing it, but the fact that, yeah, there's 11 seconds to spare, that's actually surprising. Let me just make sure. Yeah, okay, I should be able to be on the top of the leaderboard with this. Alright, so let's give this a try. This should be, assuming I don't skill issue, the Stygian shouldn't take that long, and we should be able to move on to the second part of the stream pretty quickly. 雨线难化，你很疼。 Alright. Just gonna watch that. Alright.
丝线交织，知识成景，微光无射。
Sure, plenty of energy.
断，踩，捉到，变数如恒，暴影看破，
蔓延吧。
古华生密，
等下有点痛哦，来我家做客吧。
Good.
收，断，踩，微光无射，中场收。
Boy. Not doing poison damage.
彩羽流红，
Damn. I cleared the man's quick enough for him to do a second attack before hatting
无
it.
处遁逃。断，
That's the right one. Alright, cool.
羽线难化，变数如恒，也很疼。微光无射，古华生密，
知识与你分享。
So I can already. Yeah, there we go. Now I know how to ult while doing DPS. Don't waste time.
丝线交断，羽线难化，知识成景。
And this should just be a very easy clear here. And there we go. First try. 3:17 seconds. Pretty good. Alright, let me just screenshot this and, brag to my friends. So give me a quick moment. Alright, cool. Alright. And let me just spend all my reds in here, and then I'll move on to questing. Ooh. Hold up, am I getting rewarded? You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do this again. I'm actually gonna do difficulty 5 again, just to see if I can get a better time.
也很疼，断，踩，呵，彩羽流红。
Okay, there. And back.
收，不必心急。嘿，中场收。呵，
I'm gonna pick up some of the particles.
断，踩，古华生密，也很疼。变数如恒。
I think it's nice that I'm able to do a clear with Yelan so I can freaking see the Yelan skin. Oh, I didn't even notice that
蔓延吧，
I clear the hat.
来我家做客吧。等下有
羽线难化，断，彩羽流，捉到，丝线，
蔓延吧。
Yeah, I think this is a slower clear just because I was not paying attention. I was too busy yapping.
收，微光无射。知识成景，中场收工。踩，该行动了。
自己智慧，
捉到，古华生密，丝线交织，无处遁逃。呵，羽线难化，断。
蔓延吧。啊呀，
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get a better time here. It is what it
记住
is.
你了。
Yeah, no better time here. Unfortunate. Oi, I'm gonna clear, right? I'm gonna clear.
蔓延吧。啊，
I actually didn't clear. Alright. Lesson learned. Actually lock in.
你很疼，羽线难画，微光无射。
Alright, 1, 2, 3. Alright, you're just gonna stay still? Sure.
彩羽流红，
Works for me.
中场收工。
记住你了。
Oh, I tagged you with Sender, it's over. I need to make sure I do not know how to skill the hat under any circumstance.
收，断，裁，哼，古华生密。
Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Alright.
丝线交织，奥影看破。你很疼。羽线难画，知师成景。中场收工。
等下有点痛啊。知识与你分享，蔓延吧。呀，
Alright, look at that. 46k per non-career Hyper Bloom. You see those 92k Hyper Blooms? Aw, Stygian Hada is goaded.
彩羽流红断，裁，收，眼术如虹，微光无射。
记住你
Oh
了。
yeah, in case you don't know, Bayonetta Hada is too. Oh my god, you're already hatting. I tagged the hat, it's over. I mean, hey, at least it's very easy to tell which hat it is.
古华生密，该行动，你很疼，无处遁逃，羽线难画。中场
This one is over, but I don't think this is gonna be a record. You're just not gonna cause enough
彩羽
fighting.
流红，抓到，奥影看破，
记住你了。
眼术如虹，断，
Or wait, hold up. Oh, that's not record. That's not record. That's not record. That almost was record. That was on the dot. Alright, let's try that again. See, if I didn't skill issue there, that would have been it.
你很疼，羽线难画，裁，
Okay, let's just restart there because I didn't get the second scene to go off because yeah, I love skill issue.
抓到，羽线难画，断，知师成景，
Alright, there, back. Alright.
你很疼，丝线交织，不必心急，该行动了。收，羽线难画，裁，古华生密，
蔓延吧。呀，呵，此即智慧之
中场收工，抓到，呵，微光无射，
等下有点痛啊。
彩羽流红断，你很疼，丝线交织，该行动了。
蔓延吧。呀，
Alright, we're hatting. There. Back.
裁，古华生密，无处遁逃。眼术如虹，收，
知识
That had also too late. I
等下有点痛
that
啊。
had
微光
before.
无射，知师
It
成
went
景，
down,
断
but it doesn't matter.
抓到，丝线，
Come on. Okay, this has to be better. This has to be better. There we go. 2 seconds. Let's go. Beat him by 2 seconds. Alright, I'm happy with this. I can now spend the rest of the resin on difficulty 3. Hard, I think it's called. Okay, what are all these feathers today? Oh yeah, so I have to level that feather later, but hopefully that feather rolls attack percent. Oh wait, hold on, no, wrong difficulty, wrong difficulty, wrong difficulty. Alright, so yeah, there it is. Stygian 5, all cleared. Who needs Inefa? Inefa who? You just need C2 Nahada. So true. I mean, technically my Ride is C2, but none of Riding Constellations help Hyperloom, so it is what it is. Yeah, look at that. 3:15 seconds better than everyone on my friend list, which is good enough for me. Alright, and there's the second Dust Enlightenment. And I am... Yeah, Stygian 6 is not doable. If my C2 top 1% Moika can do Papilla 6, which she cannot. I tried a few times, it just doesn't work. It's not even close. Yeah, I think the other teams probably can't do Stygian 6 as well. So... Oh yeah, that's Stygian. Alright, no, that's not Stygian yet. We need to spend the resin. But other than that, yeah, that's Stygian. Which is pretty good. Alright. Clearing Stygian the first 20 minutes. Pretty good. And as you can see, I can clear difficulty 3 in 50 seconds, which is pretty good. Let's see. Honestly, let's see. Can I get a new record? Because here's the thing, right? The limit is clearly... The limit is clearly breaking the hat. So... I might as well just max out on elemental applications, huh? Okay, no, this is already 20 seconds. Doesn't work. I mean, yeah. It is what it is. Okay, I'm wondering what just a DPS, like, if I just do Varessa DPS, would that just be better? I mean, honestly? Yeah, okay, let's just go with this. Does Death Shred work on the hat? Because I have C2 Moika, right? I have no clue whether it works or not, but we'll see. Let's just give this a try. Doesn't hurt to give it a good old attempt.
最后通牒，调整呼吸。
Okay, not enough. Who needs
冲刺阶段，动起来！
who needs energy anyway? Okay. Yeah, this definitely works. But it's not fast enough. Wait, it is faster. Oh wait, was that on 28 seconds? I thought it was on 22 seconds. Okay, no, this is better. Okay. Alright. Ooh. Now, if I think my Rust already has a very good flower. But otherwise, I would level it. For sure. Okay, I mean... It's not a perfect flower, to be fair. Right? It's beatable. I mean, let's just level it a little bit. We'll see where it goes. Okay, a little cheeky little crit. Okay, another bit of crit. Okay. Oh. Might as well send it. Cooked. That was so promising for a second. Unfortunately, it was only for a second. Alright. Let's level this. Duh. ER jump scare. Okay. Yeah, Skirk is not getting an upgrade. Well, let's get ready to do the world quest then, I guess. Oh wait, is this quest gonna be voiced? Do I have to voice characters at like 6:30 a.m.? I sure hope it is voiced because I don't want to voice them. It's... Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Am I coping? It's a world quest. I mean, the Evo Oron world quest is voiced. So surely this is voiced as well, right? Surely. Alright, well, let's go to the world quest. I don't know why I opened up this inventory. Alright, let's go to the holiday resort. I think it's by this lake, if I remember correctly. Oh wait, no, before I start, okay, a little bit of stalling, because I think I promised to check out the Venti Moika dialogue. I saw the Cactus Mans right there. Yeah, I just never did. I think they're chilling up here or somewhere. Do I see a green individual? Oh, yep. Was a red individual? Alright. Let's see. Guys. What are y'all gonna talk about?
如何？事情办完，这次能放开喝了吧？
Oh, right. True alcohol enjoyers.
可不是我有所保留。真要和你比赛喝酒的话，只怕度假村的蜜虫要忙到精疲力尽，一个个都变成打瞌睡的懒虫喽。
Poor aphids, man. So I'm just raise the game volume a bit now that I am no longer doing combat, but actually questing.
游诗人说出来的话总是那么有趣。哦，为了自由而快乐的生活，说的真好，正是大家现在需要的。
At least these two are getting along just fine.
没少参与宴会吧？当然，毕竟是施与酒的城邦。 如果一位吟游诗人讲不好祝酒词，要怎么换到免费的蒲公英酒呢？
I mean, I guess.
等你有时间，欢迎你加入各部族的宴会，大家一定抢着请客。不
Yeah.
过喝得高兴时，大家一般会拍着桌子、跺着脚，一起唱起
I
我不知道是什
mean,
么调
I
子的
doubt
歌。
the drunkards in Monster are much more organized.
怎么会呢？听起来很棒啊！哎呀。
Alright, event coming in like, I don't know, fall of 2027.
好啊，到时候我可要多带几桶蜜酿过去。哎，之前沃鲁之邦还新推出了一款火山青蜜梅暖饮，也带给你和你的朋友们尝尝。
Nice. They're just here talking about alcohol, I guess. As two Archons do. And I think Aoife and Auron might be able to might be found somewhere around here as well, if I remember correctly. Although I could be wrong. I think I might be wrong. I don't see a trace of them here. I mean, Kachina's still right here. Hello, Kachina. Oh well. That is what it is. They are not the main focus of the quest today. We're doing the last survivor. Okay. If I sound like having more trouble to speak than usual, like yes, I know I have a little bit of a stutter usually, but if today it seems like I'm stuttering more than usual, again, take into consideration that it's 6:30 in the morning and I have not slept. All right, and I have to voice characters now if I have to guess. Hey, there's a Pipil pond. Wow, its clothes look. Well, I can't read that fast. Want to go closer and take a look? The crisis emerges, yet the tribal leaders bicker endlessly. Hi there. What are you doing here? Let Tonoyol. Okay, let me just breathe in, breathe out. Also talking. Okay, talking stick. Hold up. Are you talking about Tenoch? This is definitely referencing Tenoch, no, right? Because Tenoch had the talking stick back in the Cataclysm 500 years ago, while gathering the 6 heroes, like the original 6 heroes. No. Anyways, let me go back to narrating. Let Tonoyolotsen bring his talking stick over and let him mediate the discussion. Wait. Tono who? Tonoyolotsen belongs no longer to any tribe, yet his fury still burns, unquenched. So yeah, this is definitely talking about Tenoch. When he set foot on the path of fate, the first to come forward and receive him was the great runner Wanjiru. Okay, yeah. Like I said, Tenoch. This is talking about Tenoch. Wanjiru? What are you talking about? Oh. Wanjiru. This was a moment that left no trace in the annals of history. At the very instant those two met, Wanjiru bolted without so much of a backward glance as if startled by an unseen force. What's going on? Who's he talking to? Tenoyolotsen's suspicion surged as he glanced around, and he spotted a snaggletooth child lurking by the side of the road. Excuse me. Deep breath in, breathe out. The child had been the one to scare off poor Wanjiru. A snaggletooth child? Hey, I won't have you know. Her teeth are in perfect condition. Okay, you're objecting to the. You're. I think you're objecting to the wrong part of. Yeah, I feel you're objecting to the wrong thing. The insolent child provoked to Wanjiru, and even went so far as to bare her teeth, as an act of utmost sacrilege. Tenoyolotsen was filled with rage. Are we gonna fight him now? Paimon, sorry. If she disturbed you, please don't be filled with rage. But was but a single word. The valorous veteran frightened the churlish. Okay, that's a bit rude. the churlish child, nearly to tears. Yet every warrior knows this truth. To forgive the enemy with flowers is to loose an arrow into one's own heart. Okay, you're now officially labeled Tenochtzitoc. Okay, freaking Tenoch cosplayer. And so the last survivor of Tenochtzitoc raised his club, brandished it at the rocks and prickly pears, and declared, "Let my stick talk bloody sense into this brat, for Wanjiru." Can you please calm down, and we'll be on our way. Their feeble repentance comes far too late. They would be made to pay for their recklessness. Okay, I just beat you like 3 times, Stygian. Oh, are we fighting? Yeah, it'd be nice if you warned me about the elemental restrictions here before putting me in combat, but okay, both said. Hey, stop fighting! Who are you? I'm terribly sorry. I am Pukli, the entertainment supervisor at the resort. But that can wait. No one's hurt, are they? He's hurt. And quite too. He deserves for attacking us out of nowhere like that. Tenochtzitoc was wounded in both body and heart. The joyous battle had been halted, leaving him unfulfilled. Like a brief storm, a faint thunderclap, half a hiss of flames, a symbol of smoke. The last survivor of Tenochtzitoc swung his stone club with fury, rending heaven and shattering earth, the volcano in his heart about to erupt. Did he hit himself on the head with his own club or something? If anyone's going to erupt here, it should be us. It's a very long story. I need to take him to his hut to rest. I'll explain everything later. The hut's not far from here. We can meet back up there. Alright, sure. Head to the hut and talk to Pukli. There we go, the last survivor, Tenochtzitoc. That's the wrong thing to click on. There we go. You encounter a strange Nochtlin on the hill besides Wavy Bay. Is that the name for those things? Nochtlin? I thought those were called Pippilpons. Or are the Pippilpons and the Nanazians collectively called the Nochtlin? I don't know. I am lost. Anyways. So we have, the Tenochtzitoc and Pukli here. He's going quiet. What's up with him? I'm sorry for the inconvenience, dear guest. His name is Papar, and he's one of our on-site actors. On-site actors? They're quite common in the theme park nowadays. Members of staff who roleplay as characters and interact with the visitors. So do you think this guy is just acting? Yes, but also no. Please allow me to explain. We've stationed actors around the themed resort to enhance the immersive experience for our guests. These actors are in character as members of the tribe that once lived here, the Tenochtzitoc. Okay. That makes more sense about the last survivor of Tenochtzitoc. And that's where Tenoch came from. Or Tenoch, whatever you call him. That's where Tenoch came from, right? Okay, yeah. See? Lore reader. Right here. I do not skip lore. There was once a great hero from this tribe, known to all of Natlan, who was named Tenoch. Tenoch. So this was his home? Then Tenochtzitoc is... Tenochtzitoc was a respectful title given to Tenoch. It means the honored heart of Tenochtzitoc. The idea was for Papar to perform in encounters with other heroes, and even allow guests to test their own martial prowess. Lately, though, something got into him. He's been acting erratically, and nobody can get through to him. You've seen it for yourselves. It's like he's reciting a script. What script? It's like he's writing himself into every scene. In any case, please accept my sincerest apologies for this mess. We'll have to suspend this attraction until this matter is resolved. Please come back with me, dear guests. We'll make sure to properly compensate you for the trouble caused. And what about this Tenochtzitoc fellow? Yeah, if he runs to some other tourists, they might not get off so easily. You're right, but please don't worry. I'll make sure to take care of everything. A tragedy most heartbreaking. The lonesome Tenochtzitoc has yet to fulfill his duty, but now he was beset by baffling, cacophonous interlopers. He could no longer bear witness to such a ridiculous sight, so he pushed aside the three fools who blocked his way and continued onwards, stone club across his shoulder, to traverse the treacherous unknowns ahead. You don't even have a stone club. Wait, he's getting away. Not if I can help it. Quickly takes out a peculiar blowpipe and takes aim at the fleeing figure. Is that gonna be like those things that, like, you like blow and it shoots like a dart that like that numbs the target? Swip! His aim is true and Tenochtzitoc is struck. Thump! The hero sways gently for a moment and collapses to the ground. Down. Rose, good aim. Oh, a sneak attack! Sorry, Papar, but it's time for you to take a nap. I promise we'll find a way to get you better. Have you asked the doctor to check him out? Maybe he's just gone a little, loopy. Of course I looked for him. I chased him from Easy Breeze Market, Wavy Bay. He sure seemed dangerous. Alright. He was blabbing about Wanjiru just now. Do you think this might have something to do with the story of the 6 years of Natlan? Yeah, that's the... I can't remember the ancient name, but it's the one symbolizing power and, like, I guess, the predecessor 500 years ago of Yansan. Umoja is, no, Umoja is Molani's thing, no? Molani is, I don't speak, it's Uezu, right? I think the ancient name is Uezu. I don't know. It's been a while since I last checked all the, ancient names. Surely that was just another memorized line, right? But he sounded like he was talking to someone. Wanjiru. This was a moment that left no trace in the annals of history. At the very instant those two met, Wanjiru bolted without so much as a backward glance, as if startled by some unseen force. Yeah, it's like there was this invisible actor there, or something, and he said Paimon scared them off. Invisible? Well, I've heard of some rumors about hidden spirits lurking in these parts. Maybe Papar's got himself mixed up in something dangerous. I should find a shaman to help. Alright, we need to get Salali here. Isn't that perfect? There should be plenty of tourists from the Master and Nightwind at the resort. As it happens, the young shaman did check into the resort this morning, but it doesn't feel right to bother guests with this sort of thing. Fair enough. In any case, I'll investigate the rumors regarding the hidden spirits first before deciding what to do. Since you got no other leads, why not let us help out? You go dig around for these rumors and we'll help you look for the shaman. That's much too kind of you. I wouldn't know how to make it up to the two guests if they were to spend their vacations on something like this. It wouldn't be a very relaxing vacation if you let this problem unresolved. Exactly. If we went around, things might get worse, and we've got plenty of friends at the resort. It'd be bad if they ran into that Tenochtzitoc guy. It's so hard to be doing voices. while saying these freaking Nawa names. So hey, we'd be more than happy to help. Point us in the direction of a shaman and we'll bring him over in a jiffy. Okay then, you have my sincerest gratitude. The shaman arrived this morning, and I'm told he's up-and-coming hotshot in the Master of Nightwind. I'm guessing he's probably wandering around in the hills of the northernmost part of Wavy Bay. And then that's where we're headed. We'll be right back. Alright, let's go. Look for the hotshot shaman. Alright, it was just a sedative. Papar, you're alright, don't worry. Oh my god. What are the chances that by the end of this quest my throat will be cooked? My vocal cords. Alright, yo, what's up? Layla. You remind me of friends from Sumeru. Hello, you two. Something the matter? Huh? The great hero, traveler in Paimon? How fortunate I am to cross paths with you here. Wait, isn't this a guy back in... that tried to duel us? Back in the Dainsleif quest? You look familiar. Have you met before? Have you forgotten? I'm Layla, the Spirit Duffer. You, Master Oron, and the great Shaman Titalali once saved my life. Layla recounts the events that happened not too long ago when you helped a member of the Master Nightwind return his lost spirit to his body. Oh, the other... okay. Wrong Master Nightwind person. It's the Itomi Scroll event guy from, like, 5.2. I think. Right? Oh, it's you. Well, you're looking healthy, Layla. Paimon almost didn't recognize you with your hat on. But, did you say Master Oron? Yes I did. I'm currently studying the Mystic Arts under Master Oron's tutelage. And does Oron know about this? Well, it's something of a one-sided teaching relationship. Okay, buddy. So he doesn't know he's your teacher? What kind of student are you then? As someone who used to be a spirit duffer, if Solali hasn't saved me, and Oron hasn't taught me, there's no way I could have ever become a shaman. If teachers like Gardner, I'd gladly become one of their carrots and let them water me with knowledge. Traveler, do you think we can rely on this guy? Come again? I couldn't hear that very well. Paimon was just saying how nice it would be to run into an old friend. It is. Master often calls me friend as well, and I won't have it. Master is master, and Master's granny is master granny. That's just how things are. As for you, most venerable traveler, I know that you are friends with the great shaman Siltalali. That makes you my master granny too. No, not another one. I'm afraid it'll be discourteous for me to address you simply as friend. Sounds to Paimon like you picked out a lot more than just mystic arts from Oron. Okay, let's get back to business. Yeah, we're actually here to ask for your help, Layla. Help from me? Rest assured, good masters, whatever task you entrust to me, I shall fulfill to the best of my abilities. You explained to Layla what happened earlier. I see. So you think he's being possessed? That's right. What's your take on the situation? The Easy Breeze Holiday Resort is indeed a location of vibrant spiritual energies. I could sense that as soon as I arrived, so it wouldn't be amiss to assume that some invisible entity could have been involved. Can you take me to that spot with the swing you mentioned earlier? I'd like to confirm a few things. Sure thing, Layla. We'll show you the way. This Paimon voice is gonna, like, frame me sooner or later because of how many lines Paimon's... Usually Paimon doesn't get as many lines in World Class, I feel like. This is a spot. Let me just turn off a couple lights. There we go. What is it? Just as I thought. I truly was held back by an apical dominance. Apica what now? It's a botanical phenomenon. The stems of the vegetables grow incredibly quickly and absorb a large amount of nutrients, impeding the growth of lateral buds or leaves. Oh god, no, you learned the wrong things from Oron. If you want to encourage more foliage, you have to remove that apical bud at the top of the stem. Master Oron said that I was once held back by my spirit duffer problem. That is, until I found a way to clip it off the top. And then? And then I blossomed into a healthy vegetable with lustrous verdant foliage. Tevada Layla, you do remember why we're here, right? Of course. It might sound like I'm going off topic, but I was just trying to say that I've discovered some trace of spiritual energy. They're weak and very, very faint. An ordinary shaman might have walked right by without noticing a thing, but I'm no ordinary shaman anymore. Thanks to Master Oron, I've grown into a plant to be proud of. Layla, can you please drop the vegetable metaphors and focus on the matter at hand? You have plenty of time to think about stems and buds after we solve this mystery. Yes, of course, just as Master Brownie said, the afflicted actor conversed with some kind of presence here. I'm going to use my clairvoyance to try to follow these faint traces of spiritual energy. It might be possible to glimpse into the presence's true form. But first, I need to prepare something very important. And what are you doing? That's a lot of carrots. There we go. Carrots. What sharp sights you have there, Master Granny. These are indeed carrots, and this is a carrot ring. But they're not for eating. This is a medium of divination that will help us clairvoyance. In my tribe, everyone has their own unique methods of divination. Some use graffiti, others use smokes and water. I use vegetables. Again, learned that off Oron, I'm guessing. Well, that's novel, but does it actually work? Master once told me, do not underestimate the humble vegetable. It is the eyes and the ears of earth. Born of the soul... Okay, I can't read. Born of the soil, gifted with its spirit and blood, it bears the symbols and memories of the land. Every time you eat vegetables, it's like suckling at the teat of Mother Tevat. Okay. Sharing in the histories and mysteries passed down through generations. I think I'm putting too much thought into this. That's why we eat vegetables and not grass or leaves. Ugh, Paimon's never eating another vegetable as long as she lives. She'd rather eat slimes. That's a pity, Paimon. You could have the chance to grow wisdom. Please just continue with what you're doing. Layla, Paimon won't say anything ever again. Feel free to speak your mind, Master Paimon. Thank you for allowing me to share my knowledge with you both. Can you please just start already? Of course, Paimon, and you too. Master Ready? Here. Put your hands on my shoulders. It will help you see. Is this safe? I gleaned from the spiritual traces that the hidden presence is neither powerful nor violent, so yes, I think it is quite safe. I'm ready. Alright, let's get started. Alright, things are definitely happening. Carrot ring, oh carrot ring, make visible those unseen things. Show me, where is their grave? Carrot ring, oh carrot ring, make visible these unseen things. Show me, where did they fall? Please allow me to see. Is that Asha? That's an Asha, which we have now known are the merging of human souls trapped here. I recognize you, freaking Enjo / Sanka / whatever the hell you're also called now. Okay. How did things turn out this way? Oh man, my head hurts. Are you okay, Layla? I'm fine. But I'm afraid I've reached my limit. Do you see that? Truly remarkable, I dare say. It was like a dream. What did it all mean? All I know is that Asha on the swing is probably the spirit you're looking for, although I'm not sure how it gained the ability to hide itself. Moreover, the spiritual energy traces belong to more than just one Asha, which lines up with what we saw. There must be several of them nearby. Are they the cause of the problem? It's hard to say, but it's likely the actor started to lose control of himself because he was infected in some way by the Asha's departure. If we can track down those Asha, we should at least be able to calm them down. That's how it is. Vegetables aside, it looks like you learned how some real skills, Layla. I have to work hard to not tarnish Master's good name. What about the ones we saw later on? I too am more concerned about what we saw afterwards. The fabric those Asha were gathering around. It looked a lot like the woven scrolls we used in the Master of Nightwind. Sure does. And that mysterious place that appeared later, along with the strange figure standing in the carrier ring. It all felt very familiar somehow, but I'm not sure why. Yeah, it's because it's frickin' Enjo. And the place is probably Merjavari. That's okay, we can same out that stuff later. For now, we got leads that can help with that Tenochtzitoc guy. Right, but Paimon? Master Granny. I think I'll excuse myself from that. Huh? Why? The truth is, I feel a little uneasy. Fair enough. I mean, didn't you say you've grown into a vegetable Orion can be proud of? Indeed, but even the carrots are whispering warnings. When the field is filled with crops, frost will come to claim them. That sounds serious, I guess? The great shaman Citlali instructed me to come to Tenochtzitoc to relax, but she also told me to let her know if things start to get strange. Well, this seems like a great time to let her know. Citlali sent you here? Aren't you on vacation? Whether this is a vacation or not depends entirely on the whims of the aforementioned frost. Right now, all I want to do is rush back to Master's greenhouse. Okay, you're starting to make Paimon feel nervous now. If you're not, Paimon, the tallest vegetables are always the first to fall to frost. You should be safe for a while. Oh no. And speaking of vegetables, you can keep these carrots. Okay. Nice, thank you. Now that the divination is over, they turned into spirit mediums for the Asha. Just sprinkle some of their juice into your eyes, and you will be able to see the invisible Asha. That should help you track them down. That does not sound good for my eyes. I'm a keep it buck. Thanks, Layla. I should be the one thanking you. It's an honor to be able to help you out. Master Granny, I'll be going now, so take care and good luck on your search. And there he goes. Do you think he was overreacting? Overreacting or not, let's watch our step. Okay, let's go back to the hut first and check on our guy. Paimon hopes that we learn about the Asha will come in handy. Return to the hut. I don't know why I said the hut like that, but yeah. It's funny. I don't know. Alright. Bookly and Broski is gone. Yo, okay, what voice did I do for Bookly again? The second to come and embrace Tenochtzitoc was a brave Menelik. Okay. There we go. That's, the second of the 6 heroes, yeah. That's right. The third was the cunning Sanhaj Kapori. The fourth was young Burkina. And the fifth was Sanjada. Yep, and the last was, again, the freaking Tupac, Giga Chad. Papar, what do you want to do? You can't go look for them now. They've been gone for hundreds of years. Yeah, there we go. The sixth to go was Tenochtzitoc, was the nemesis from his youth, the giant Tupac. How am I supposed to explain to your mother how you ended up like this? Oh, he's awake. You're back. Don't worry, he's just reciting lines again. The witch doctor's sedatives are very effective. His erratic behavior earlier was probably due to something agitating him. That's a relief. Anyways, quickly, we found the shaman, and he told us what to do. You tell Pukli about what happened to with Layla. So it was all because of the Asha. Well, that's a surprise, but knowing that would make things easier. Easier? How? The resort's huge. How are we supposed to track down a bunch of invisible Asha? I'll handle that. I'll get my staff to investigate supernatural occurrences around the resort. Things like empty swings moving on their own. That way we might just find our invisible Asha. Well, what if they go crazy as well? Sounds like a plan. Given our lack of knowledge on the Asha, this is our only choice right now. Yeah, those Ashas are really strange. They look like Monotube, but their colors are way more vibrant, and they seem to be smarter. That's one way of looking at it, but it might be more helpful to think of them as having a soul. Again, we learned that the Ashas are human souls left here, most likely from the Cataclysm, merged with the Monotubes. In Tenochtzitoc culture, the word Asha has two meanings, one of which roughly translates to benevolent soul. Many believe that Asha and Monotube was a soul, and that's why they're smarter and more approachable. I mean, yeah, that is correct, according to Venti. Oh, Paimon gets it, so what's the other meaning? Paimon bets it's not something to do with the spirit of summertime then. Bets it's got something to do with the spirit of summertime that embodies resort. That's not a bad guess, but the second meaning is actually something closer to ashes. Oh, well, that's, joyous. Ashes? Yes, ashes blown over from the Mare Javari. So the Ashas are connected to the Mare Javari? Finally, we're getting more, we're getting another venture into Mare Javari. Let's go. This is the right world quest. You may not know this, but there is a vast tract of land to the west of Tenochtzitoc that was once the Mare Javari. It's a place of sorrow born from the Abyssal Invasion. Warriors were reduced to dust, their souls imprisoned and bound to the land. That is, until the whole Mare Javari mysteriously vanished about 20 years ago. It was around the time that the Asha first appeared. Naturally, people made the connection to the Mare Javari. No wonder they're so well into approach the people not one. They're all caught up in the legend of the Mare Javari. Hey, traveler, Paimon just thought of something. When Layla showed us that strange place just now, it looked like the place we went to search for Bennett before. You don't think? It's very possible. There I go, getting sidetracked. I'm going to focus on Papar first. Give me a bidet, and I'll round up all the locations where the invisible Ashas might show up. What are you going to do about him? I plan to let him stay here for now. He might get unnecessarily stimulated if he leaves this familiar environment. The resort has also designated this as a restricted area, so rest assured that no tourists will accidentally come wandering by. That's good. Papar attacked us, so we won't hold it against him. We'll find a way to cure him for sure. And so, Tenochtzitoc gathered allies from the 6 great tribes. Glittering the flames of roaring wildfire, they crash into the mountains of darkness. Stay strong, Papar. Even in your imaginary quest to be a hero. Alright, wait until the following day. Oh my god, his voice acting this quest is taking a straight on me. Hopefully this isn't gonna... Okay. Yeah, okay, this is, anyways, just... Alright. Let's see. Okay. You're still here. It's about time. Let's go to the perception and find Pukli. Okay, so Tenochtzitoc is still here. Alright. Pukli. Where the hell are you? Ah, you're both here. Hey, Pukli, any news? Surprisingly, no, although I did come across some suspicious information. It dates back to when we were planning the construction of the Easy Breeze Holiday Resort. Workers near the Tenochtzitoc huts often complained that their materials had gone missing. The missing materials were soon found in the waters nearby, but no one ever admitted to moving them. There were also rumors of workers being frightened by water rippling when there was no wind, or wild beasts being spooked for unknown reasons, all around the same area. Well, this just sounds like the work of Invisible Asha. Why did they only show up in one area? I also found it strange, but maybe there's something special about near the huts. Sounds like we better conduct some field work. Okay, I confused the voice. I see the P and I saw it said Paimon. Give me a moment. Let me mark the location on your map. In the meantime, I'll head to the huts and check on my staff. Prepare to search for Invisible Asha. Alright. Alright. According to Brooklyn, this hidden Asha should be somewhere around here. Guess that means it's time to use Layla's magic carrots, right? Let's give it a try. You squeeze some juice out of the carrots and gently apply it to both your eyes and Paimon's eyes. That smells fresh and yummy. Hey look, there's an Asha right there. What about the lake? I don't see it. Well, Paimon can't believe those carrots actually worked. Oh, hello. Oh, buddy. Let's coat the Invisible Asha in paint. That way... Okay, sure. It looks really happy. Is it playing hide and seek? Okay. There's one. I mean... Yeah, sure, let's paint this. What am I supposed to find other... Am I blind? I don't see anything here. Oh, wait a second. What are you? I don't think this is Asha playing hide and seek with this glow Asha. Okay, I can't do that. Can't you? This is easier than Paimon thought. Okay, there's one over here. Hello, what's up? Hey, don't run away. Monsters, watch out. Okay,
亮相了，低温处理，
alright.
静默。
Cool. There's hilichurls here. Good to know. Looks like this is the last one nearby. They seem to like us a lot, huh? They're not scared at all. It's time to head back to the huts. Oh! Oh god. Huh? Traveler? Paimon? I can't. Now there's two... Now there's two female voices I have to do. It's so cooked. Tilali, what are you doing here? I'm just as surprised as you two, but it's a welcome surprise. I'm happy to see you too, Silali. Were you also invited to the resort to get back and relax? No, freaking Layla went back and found her. If I wanted an easy breeze day, I'd have just stayed in bed. Are you just acting cute? Bro, Paimon, what are you on about? So you're here because of Layla, I take it? Sharp as always. Layla told me everything he saw. Everything points towards the marriage of Ari. So it's really the marriage of Ari. But didn't it, disappear? If it had really disappeared, then it shouldn't be possible to perceive in any way. I suspect that it was hidden by some kind of power, which would explain why Layla could see it. But enough of that. I'm not here for the marriage of Ari either. My main target's the person who showed up in Layla's clairvoyance. Oh, so you know who they are, Silali? Do you remember that time we helped Layla get her spirit back? The whole time he was being tricked by that Kokuchu guy. If I'm not mistaken, it was he that Layla saw during his ritual. So I looked into this guy and found that he once escaped from Kinich while using the name Sanka. Yeah, freaking Endro / Sanka / Kokochu. It turns out he's one slippery rat. Kinich even told me you've crossed paths with him before. Yep. We crossed paths. Wait, there's no way. It's Endro? Yeah, of course it's Endro. What do you expect? Endro? Is that his real name? It could be another alias. It's probably. Where is he called? He's a clerk who works for the Abyss Order. He's great at lying and great at slipping away. Are you here to catch him, exactly? So he's in the Abyss Order goon. Well, we can't let him get away now, can we? That rat. He should know you don't mess with the old lady's pride. Yet that lousy fiend took me for a fool. Just you wait. Granny Itzley is gonna make you regret the day you were born. Hey Slolly, is everything okay? You're making a really scary face. So do you still have the stuff I left with you last time? Stuff? Traveler, maybe we should take a look. Take out Sanhadra's relic. Alright, we have the half real thing. Half ring thing. Alright, it's still in good condition. Now the other one. Take out the map. Alright. Yep. Well, that's a relief. I was worried Endro might have swiped them from you. That great big liar wouldn't dare show his face around us. Anyway, be careful. He's lurking somewhere nearby. He is? How can you be so sure? He may have gotten away from us last time, but I made sure to leave a mark on him. That way I can track the rat no matter what hole he decides to crawl into. As long as he's nearby, I will be able to sense him. I had a vague sense of where he was the moment I set foot in this resort. I never expected to bump into you two while tracking him, though. So you're saying he's nearby? Yes, unfortunately, the mark only gives me a rough guide to where he is. Otherwise, I'd caught him already. We should work together, Traveler. I get a sense that Endro might have something to do with that employee's strange behavior. Awesome, with it out of here, there's nothing to fear. Oh god, chest jump scare. Head to the hut with Silali. You know, at least it's easier to voice Silali than Paimon, so... Oh god, I've introduced 4 different voices here. We're good friends, Papar. Our mothers are good friends too. We promised to build this resort together. How am I supposed to face them with you like this? If your mother gets ticked off, she'll get my mother ticked off, and then I'll be in the firing line. If that happens, you better believe I'm gonna make it your problem as well. So for the sake of our mothers, could you at least answer me and let me know you're listening? As Tenochtitlan gazed upon the vast burning plains, a turbid black tide welled up on the horizon. Alright, I guess I should tell you how our fathers are faring. Hold on. Eh? You're awake? Is that old lady? Papar, what is it? What old lady? Silence! Hold them off outside. If you get any closer, the next time you'll be seeing our mothers is from the inside of a coffin. Okay, Broski does not want to be next to Silali. Master Pookie, right here. Wait, what's going on? You look terrified. Papar, he's awake, and he called my mother an old hag. There's something wrong. His illness has gotten worse. Huh? We better go check on him. So this is that out of sorts employee? Hey you, clothes off. Okay, that's a crazy line. I've seen the screenshot a couple of times, but Yeah, that's a screenshot. That's a that's a crazy line. Imagine if they got the actual Silali VAs to voice that. Are you sure? He's definitely not one of the resort staff. Last chance. Get rid of that disguise, or I'll make you wish you did. Hold on, something's not right. Silali steps forward and tears away the costume, but there's nobody inside. All she's left with is a notchly costume with traces of lingering warmth. Yeah, it's frickin' Enjo. What do you expect? Are you kidding me? He got away. What's going on? Was Tenochtzitoc hollow on the inside? No, there was someone in this costume, alright, but it looks like they slipped away just before we got here. Ah, darn it, it must have been Enjo. I can sense the aura of my mark on him. Wait, so the Tenochtzitoc we met now is just Enjo in disguise? How long has he been playing us along? Probably since the very beginning. Wait, if that is not Papar, then where is Papar? Oh, our cons, I deserve the scolding our mothers are gonna give me. Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this. Ugh, I can't believe Enjo tricked us again. We have to catch him. Traveler, seems he fled in a hurry. My arrival probably threw him off, which means he might have abandoned something around the camp. Now let's go searching for clues. Okay, there he is. That old hag. He's even more of a nuisance than I am. You guys all just have to wait and see how things pan out. By the way, in case you wonder, I do know what Enjo sounds like. No, I cannot replicate the Abyss sound effect. So I just have to try to talk deep. Search around the area around the hut for clues. If Papar isn't in Tenochtzitoc, then where is Papar? That's a really good question, my guy. Hopefully he's still around. Let's see. Investigate. Okay, Bakunawa. I wonder whether this will be relevant later on in the quest. A gigantic beast that appeared on the western side of Notland 500 years ago, accompanied by other abyssal monsters. Okay, so it's like the Notland version of Elinas or Durin, right? One of the Rhine-Daughter's creations that just showed up during the Cataclysm to freaking wreak havoc everywhere. Yeah. Accompanied by other abyssal monsters. Its body was like that of a mountain, and it devoured the tribespeople of Tenochtzitoc, an out-of-control creation identified as one of Gold's that once attacked and swallowed part of her body. Oh. Damn. Jeez. Lacking in intelligence, its actions are solely devoted to an instinct to devour. It is capable of infinite growth and is functionally immortal. However, unlike Gold's other creations, its immortality does not stem from the power of life. Rather, a more transcendent form of Abyssal's power that may be beyond even our Order's understandings. Okay, so this is from the Abyssal Order's, I guess, investigative report on the Bakunawa. Okay, interesting. Let's take a look. Oh, secret cave. Now that's interesting. Oh yeah, let's talk to Silali. He might have left some things around this camp and has hurried to leave. Let's take a look around. Marriage of Ari. No extant records suggest how the Marriage of Ari could have disappeared. It seems that all related information was erased alongside the Sea of Ash itself. The only speculation that remains to be made comes from an ancient legend. Thousands of years ago, a troop wandered through the lands. Wandering troop. I did not. Is it bad that I never actually directly read the artifact description for the wandering troop? I just learned some of the tidbits indirectly from other sources, like the Genshin Wiki. But yeah, no, this is talking about the wandering troop. The troop that the artifact set is based off of. For flutes, they had swords. Yep, the flute was a weapon of the wandering troop, I think. And for harps, they had bows. Yep, checks out. Stringless. They performed for guests and also for foes. They once traveled through the desert, and they also set foot in a blazing Marriage of Ari, but mainstream history dictates that the Marriage of Ari only appeared 500 years ago. Correct. Okay, yeah. This is one of the things I've seen that's pretty puzzling. Yeah, there's a major timeline discrepancy in Marriage of Ari. Because, yeah, there's all sorts of legends coming out of the Marriage of Ari that seems like they're from thousands of years ago, but yeah, no, the Marriage of Ari should have been a product of Sanhage's detonation of the thing, of the freaking, device. I forgot what it's called to deal with all the Abyss monsters. And it's a fallout from that led to the Marriage of Ari. So, yeah, there's a discrepancy there. Assuming the records of this ancient troop in their heyday are accurate, it may suggest that a temporal disruption phenomenon occurred in the Marriage of Ari. Temporal disruption. Time. Could the transcendent power of the Abyss threaten even the flow of time? It could either be Abyss, or it could be because Venti freaking blew it off the timeline. That could also be a option. We found 3 reports, and they're all incredible. About Bakunawa. Of all the abyssal monsters that attacked Outland 500 years ago, Bakunawa was the most terrifying. It was said to have devoured entire villages of tribespeople and could not be killed. Even when it was beheaded or had its body chopped into pieces, the remains would somehow continue to grow, seeking each other out and eventually forming a new, revitalized Bakunawa. How was it finally defeated then? Through Tenochtzitoc's sacrifice. He let Sanhage perform phlogiston engraving on his body in order to unleash the power of border spells. Then Tenoch allowed himself to be eaten by the beast. Right, okay. Yeah, right, exactly. Sanhage summoned the, basically, miniature Night Kingdom upon the Abyss, and now it's clarified to be the Bakunawa. And that turned it into Marriage of Ari in mainstream Not-Lanese recollection of history. But yeah, with Tenoch's body as his ritual offering, Sanhage summoned a miniature Night Kingdom inside Bakunawa's belly. The clashes between the powers of the Abyss, the Lord of the Night, and Tenoch's spirit in Bakunawa's body led to a violent explosion that shattered the monster into innumerable pieces. Even so, some believe it never truly died, and that its rebirth was merely suppressed by the chaotic energies unleashed in the blast. If the right conditions are met, the beast's remains could potentially still grow into a new Bakunawa once more. We found 3 reports, and they're all incredible. About the Marriage of Ari. Enjo failed to uncover the mystery of the Marriage of Ari's disappearance, which is good news for us. But his hypothesis, it's a little hard to believe. We found... okay, yeah. About the secret cave. It seems that Enjo memorized our map after he snuck a peek at it. This is his redrawing of it. Judging by the markings, he must have found his destination. So why didn't he do anything? He just wasted his time out here putting on a show. Given the cunning he's displayed so far, I doubt he did so without purpose. His act must have been necessary for him to break through certain obstacles. Now that we've read all 3 reports, what should we do next? Let's go to the place marked on the map. Good idea. It looks like we're pretty close, so we just have to figure out what the Abyss Order's up to. Let's head out. Head to the location marked on the map. Just behind the waterfall? Yeah. Go deeper in the cave. Those rocks look a bit odd. Maybe they're hiding something. Highly likely. I knew it. Looks like we reached the end. What's this? It looks familiar. It's a Master of Nightwind tapestry. That's a mystic arts implement from the Master of Nightwind, but how did it end up here? Paimon thinks we've seen those things around. It can transport us to other places, right? That's correct. Our tribespeople use them to transport themselves to the Chamber of Weaving, or the Sacrificial Altar of Enigmatic Land. But this one doesn't lead to either of those places, evidently. Where do you think it goes? The only people that will know where it leads are the spellcaster and anyone who has used it. Unfortunately, it looks like this implement's too old to work. Okay, bets on this thing leading us to the marriage of Ari. Too old. So old that its spirits has long since dissipated. I doubt that Enjo Brat could have found a way around this either. Is there any way to, replenish its spirit to make it work again? Okay, Enjo's gonna use that. Is Enjo gonna use us to activate this? There is a way, but every spellcaster is like a different lock, each needing their own key to open. I'll have to figure out the structure of this influence lock before we can get it up and running again. Just like that? Wow, Silali, you're amazing. So basically, freaking feeling around the lock and trying to lockpick it. Obviously, look at my name in the Nightwind Dictionary and you will find 3 words. The real deal. Deal? That doesn't sound like it'd be a word to Paimon. Of course it is. It means a shaman who's the real deal. What about the definition for Oron? Ekutisham. A shaman whose skills you cultivated? No, a shaman who cultivates vegetables. You didn't write this dictionary yourself, did you, Mr. Lolly? That's enough jokes for now. Just give me a moment to look at. Wait, who goes there? We were followed? Whoever you are, come out. Come out with your hands up. Oh, Asha's. Yo. Yeah, it was just some Asha. You scared Paimon half to death. She thought it was that awful angel guy. Odd. Why are there Asha following us? I mean, they like us? Probably told us that Asha are the benevolent souls of the marriage of Ari. They're just friendly sorts. You mean how the benevolent soul is one of the ways to interpret the word Asha? I've heard that said before, but it doesn't solve the mystery of why they followed us all the way here. Hold on, I think I've got it. Maybe they're not just being friendly. What else could it be? Maybe they're after something more caring. If they are the benevolent souls of Marriage of Ari, it makes perfect sense for them to be drawn to it. Do the honors, traveler? Take out Sanhadra's relic? Sanhadra's relics. Wow. The Ashas are really happy. They must have seen Solali take it out just now and followed us ever since. A reunion since after all these years. Huh, what are they doing? Oh, they activated it. Yo, let's go. Asha's the goat, except Andrew's definitely gonna use this now. The implement is active again, but how? Aha, it seems the Asha were the key we needed for the lock. We might not know who left this implement behind, but the place it points must have something to do with the marriage of Ari. I see abyssal monsters in the back. Should we go take a look around? Only if we're both ready. We can't wait too long. That brat from the Abyss Order isn't going to catch up with is going to catch up with us sooner or later. Let's go. Paimon's a little worried about this one, but okay, let's go. Where in the world are we? That's a good question. I was unaware that such a place exists in Natlan. Huh? Paimon can't believe Silali doesn't know where we are. Blast, my connection with the Y has been severed. Cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. What does that mean? It means we're probably not in Natlan anymore. Well, it sure looks like Natlan. Huh? How? We were just in the resort a few seconds ago. I'd explain if I could. Even though I can't sense the Wyab anymore, I can still sense the Night Kingdom's presence. This doesn't make any sense. Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some answers. Better standing around than gawking. Better than standing around and gawking. Let's move. Let's move, but be careful. Okay, so we can probably touch or go back. We can still edit party. Just in case we go against something really cringe, let's just bring the best team we have. See? More accurate. Investigate the nearby area. This... Okay, what's how much Silali presence there is? It really should be voiced. Wait a second. I recognize this thing. This is the Speaker's Chamber. The centerpiece of the Speaker's Chamber, right? This is the throne of... Yeah, the Power Archon. Alright. That's weird. There should be a weapon here, right? These are words carved in the back of the stone. It belonged to Sanhaj. This was Sanhaj's weapon? Where did it go? Could it be the relic? Let's put it here and see if it does anything. Okay, give me time to read everything first. Holy. Inscription behind the stone structure. To the young Burkina. Okay, that's sure. Pole arm. This is gonna be... Let me guess. I don't need to guess. There's a tribe symbol. This is freaking Tupac. To the giant Tupac. This is going to be freaking Menelik, right? Yeah, to the brave Menelik. This is going to be freaking... I'm trying to remember the name. Give me a moment. I know the tribe. I'm just trying to remember the name. Like, I know this is Children of Echo. Like, I know that much. I remember the name right now. Sunjata, there we go. To the Chief of the Mines, Sunjata. And this is going to be freaking... This is the Collector of Plenty. This is... Should be... who would this be? I forgot the name already. The name that starts with W. I can't remember the name right now. Wanderer, there we go. To the Great Rhino Wanderer. Alright, let's continue. Okay, so let's see. That's weird. There should be... Okay, okay. Where do you... Yeah, let's... Okay, we haven't put it down yet. Okay, let's put it down and see what happens. Actually, no, let's read this. The inscription behind stone structure. To the everlasting Tenoch, his remains are buried here. Oh? His remains? Aren't his remains in the belly of the Bakunawa? Well, I guess the Bakunawa got exploded, right? So I guess it will no longer be in the... It will no longer be in the belly of the Bakunawa, but like, I don't know. The inscription behind the stone structure. To the border master, Sanhaj Kampore. His remains are buried here. Use mysterious weapon fragment, arrow rest, to place on the strong structure. Yep. A fragment of a weapon once wielded by Sanhaj Kampore, Bordermaster of the Master Nightwind. It was broken into its current state during the Great War 500 years past. According to Granny Isley's intuition, it may aid the traveler in some inexplicable way at some future point of the journey. You place Sanhaj's relic on the stone. Look, the seated center is glowing. Traveler, do you want to try sitting on it? Okay, sure, I guess. We'll just sit on the throne, I guess. Oh. Traveler, Paimon, where are you? Traveler disappeared after she sat on the pedestal. Did she get transported somewhere else? Ugh, it's too dangerous. I've gotta follow her. Wait, no way. I'm the only one who knows what's happened. I can't just rush in after them. The Mittel can't stray too far from me either. If we all get trapped inside, we're dead meat. But I can't just walk away. That Abyss Order rat could show up any moment. I can't let him threaten Traveler Paimon. This is bad. I have to find a way to inform Moika, or at least have a message that can be passed on to her. Yeah, I don't know why we just decided to sit on this throne without like any precautions. This is a horrible idea. Oh my, I'm sorry to be a bother. But may I ask if this is the Hotel of the Sacred Flame? What stylish chairs it has. When it rains, it pours. Oh my, could it be? The fearsome Granny Italy? The one who's been chasing me everywhere? When did you get into the customer service industry? Abyssal rat. Still running that rodent mouse of yours. Is this another one of your schemes? I admit that I can be somewhat loquacious, and I adore a good scheme as much as the next abyssal rat, but this is my first time visiting this tawdry establishment. I thought I'd be able to reach the Marriage of Ares through the Woven Scroll. Who would have thought it would take me here? I guess this is what people mean when they say, it's a small world. Oh my. I must be disturbing you during your shift, Granny Istily. I shall take my leave. See yourself out. My, you are really letting a perfectly good customer go? Won't this look bad for your key performance indicators? Brother, you're yapping way too much. Granny doesn't have the time to entertain you right now, so please get your sorry hind out of my sight. Of course. Okay, that is not getting out of her sight. I don't suppose this has anything to do with the traveler's mysterious absence. We're old friends, you know, me and her. I just thought I should say hello, seeing as I'm here. Or perhaps I could draw your attention to a familiar scent left behind on the chair over there. Might I investigate? You can sense our scent? That is weird, Enjo. That is weird. Wow. Scent? I guess I was wrong about you. Rather than a rat, you appear to be the traveler's abyssal mutt. Why, I am most offended. Such vitriol from the mouth of a dear old lady, no less. You mistake me. I am just so touched that a little lost dog would travel thousands of miles to reunite with his mistress. It's enough to move Granny to tears. Okay, they're just insulting each other now. Well, Denise Papa, let's get the Mangy Doc performance trick. Well, have you taught how to sit, Shirley? Or do you need a treat to coax it out of you? I must admit, as a representative of the Abyss Order, I am slightly perturbed by your sudden change in attitude, Granny. So not a dog, but a scaredy cat instead. The Abyss Order can't possibly be full of cowards like you. No wonder they're stuck wallowing in mediocrity. Think not of my incompetence as something all my colleagues possess. I am, as you first said, merely a rat subject to the mockery of others, being cautious as how a rat survives, no? So, just to be sure that I'm not about to walk into a trap, how about we make a deal, Granny? Papar, the employee who was role-playing a hero, is currently safe. Might I exchange him for safe passage to the Marriage of Ari? As long as I can reach the mare unhindered, I can guarantee that Papar will return to his friend and all will be well. What do you think, dear Granny? And what exactly do you want to do in the marriage of Ari? The elderly should know better than to hover over the shoulders of the youths, prying into all their personal secrets. Such flowery speech. It's a pity I can't be bothered to commit it to memory. However, you do best to remember every word I'm about to say. That seems a little unfair. Isn't it the duty of a grandson to listen to their granny? Keep those ears peeled, lest I peel them off of your head. Ugh. The throne behind me leads to a place none of us knows about. If you want to go there, you best become as compliant as a docile capybara. No vandalism, no hurting the flora, find Traveler and Paimon and ensure their safety. Understood. I swear on Traveler's name to do as you say. You really trust this guy? You young people are always so keen on swearing oaths. As for an old-timer like me, I prefer a safer approach. I just need you to cooperate for a moment. What do you mean by cooperate? Hush, hush, my little ratty grandson. This won't take long. He's Papa. Hold him down. Okay. Silali is scary. Give me a moment. I'm just saving the previous screenshot. Now, so now we're gonna get Traveler POV. Okay, okay, this place looks not great. Where the heck are we? We just touched that stone thing and whoosh, now we're here. And Silali's nowhere to be seen. This place looks like the Night Kingdom. Sure does. Silali said she could sense the Night Kingdom's presence just now. Maybe this is why? But why are there traces of Abyss here? Didn't we get rid of them already? Maybe this is not Lan at all, like Silali said. It looks like Nalan, but it's not Lan. It looks like Night Kingdom, but there's no wife connection, and this Abyss still around. Paimon's getting scared. I'm not, like... I just thought of something. What is it? Sanhaj once... Okay, we're in Sanhaj's mini Night Kingdom. Yeah. Sanhaj once cast a border spell. Huh? Are you talking about that mini Night Kingdom he summoned? Wouldn't that mean the marriage of Ari is right in front of us? We won't know unless we look. Then let's be careful. Alright, let's keep exploring. Shattered spatial rift. Multiple rifts has appeared in this unstable space, resembling Night Kingdom. They appear to be connected, as though traveling one will lead to another. Oh, wait, there's chests here. That means this place must be revisitable, right? Surely. There are chests here, after all. Okay, you can't use air compass. But yeah, there are chests here. Those guys, I remember correctly, will do damage to me, but I don't know. Not much you can do about it, I suppose. Oh, what the hell? Rift Hounds?
来吧，点燃吧，
出来干活！
共听太阳的光明。
I see them a weaker. There we go. Okay, how does one backtrack here? This is cooked. I want my chest. How do you get in there? Maybe from here? Doesn't seem like you can. Am I missing a rift somewhere? I can't access this rift. Okay, well then let's go into this one, I guess. That brings me here, and then I go here. Oh, there we go. Alright. Oh my god.
灭不尽，够了，沸腾吧，山之血！有大家在身边，
My
伤口就不会痛。
heals for a lot. I didn't even need to use Solika. Bit of waste of energy, but what is what it is. heal everyone up a little bit. Alright. This looks mildly intimidating. Oh yeah, just doing combat reminded me I need to like return my right and left Farina's build to normal. Because I've been doing Stygian, right? So I need to switch Farina back to Pipe and out of Fab. Those floaty little guys, they won't jump us out of nowhere, right? They will definitely jump us. But also... Anyways, what was I about to say? Right, yeah, and I need to get Raiden back to a crit build. So if I try to walk forward, what happens? Okay, yeah, these guys do a bajillion damage. Big surprise. Chest? No chest? Chest? Alright, this is not... Oh. Cooked. The last survived Tenochtzitoc. Continue exploring. Okay, freaking that text never changes. Good to know. Where are we now? This looks chasm-esque almost. Certainly gives that chasm vibe. Oh, now it gives... Oh, Paimon thinks she heard a terrifying roar. Oh yeah, this must be the Marriage of Ari. Can't believe we're actually... This makes legends about adventures. Yes, this is... Oh. Oh yeah, that's a Bakunawa, right? Yeah, that's... You see that above Silali's head? Like above the obsidian rings? Right there, that thing? That's a Bakunawa. Alright, good to know. Oh, okay, we get generated. I'm sorry for wandering off past. I am sorry. I apologize. I apologize profusely for wandering off. Alright, so good to know. That's a way of punishing you from getting too far off track, because this feels like an area that would be like available in the future. But yeah, this place looks beautiful. Okay. I cannot configure party anymore. I was gonna switch to Charlotte so that I can take screenshots. Well, this is as close to a screenshot as we're gonna get. So. Okay, let's try to... We're not taking damage here yet, right? Okay, cool. Now we do this. There we go. Who needs Charlotte? We can do this. Damn, this place looks cool. I can't wait to be back here, because according to what they said in the stream, sounds like we will definitely be back in Marriage of Ari in the future. Yeah. This place looks very ashen. Yeah, this is definitely more in line with how Marriage of Ari has been described, right? There's a bit of cinder everywhere, right? And note how all the action just floats. There is no wind here, right? A windless land, which is very different from the one we saw in the quest, from the main like story, like event quest. Yeah, this for sure seems more like it. Wait. Oh, who is that? Huh? Is Parma hearing things where someone calling us? That's a purple text. Is that the first time we see someone talking like a pale pink, pale purple text? Because during the freaking You can pull out the map. The Tenochtzitoc, whatever the island is called, to the west of the Master of Nightwind. In that one, there was red and blue text from different, like, NPCs. Traveler, Paimon! Who is that? Hey, someone's calling for us. It sounds like Silali. No way. No way, bro. No way, bro. This Silali fucking, like, possessed Enjo. I can't. Okay. That is one way to make sure that things don't go bad. I found you at last. Enjo? It's me, Silali. Silali? Well... Oh, okay, this is actual Enjo. Well, a long time no see, Traveler and Paimon. I have to admit, this isn't what I thought our reunion would look like. He's gone back to being Enjo again. Hearing the voice of the old hag come out of my useful mouth is beyond mortifying. Shut up before I make you. Are you okay, Silali? I'm fine. My body's back in the main hall, and I used a spell to detach a part of my spirit to this fool's body. This way I can put him to good use. Well, Silali's amazing. Paimon can't believe she can actually control Enjo's body. Don't let her fool you. She's not that powerful. I'm just letting her do this because I cut a deal with her. A deal? So you sold your own body? In a partial, temporary, and limited transaction. One that allows me to ensure your safety and keep him from threatening us. Anyway, I'm glad you're safe, both of you. Here, this is Sanhaja's ritual sword, the Calamity of Eshu. I borrowed it from the chief before I set off from the Master of the Nightwind. Since we don't know much about the area you're in, it's probably best to keep it in hand, just in case. Oh, so this is what he used to summon the Night Kingdom? What a rare and precious treasure. I don't suppose it'd be a problem if I just touch it for a moment? No, that is the problem. In your dreams, we're holding on to this. So stingy. Don't you know that I was the one who found the relics used by Sanhaj to open up his passages? I didn't pick up a fuzz when they fell neatly into your hands, did I? You could learn a thing or two from someone with my magnanimity, Paimon. Traveler, Paimon really wants to give this guy a good slap, but she doesn't want to accidentally end up hitting Silali. Slap away. It won't hurt me. Okay, that's good. Well, excuse me, I'm just a clerk. I've never heard a soul. Is a crime by wanting to come here and have a look around really deserving of such unjust violence? He's not wrong. Peppower wasn't hurt. I checked. But we're tricked. He hurt our frail feelings. I fully sympathize, Paimon, I do, but as you can see, I now have an old hag bouncing around in my brain. True. If that isn't punishment enough, then I'm afraid you might as well just kill me. Sounds good to me. Et tu, Traveler? I thought a hero of your acclaim would say something in my defense, but here you stand, poised to strike me down with a cold blade. As long as it doesn't affect the Silali. Well said. Well, you are outvoted, buddy. 3-1. 07. Let's stop talking about this. Present circumstance dictates that we should be trying to work together. Remind Paimon, since when were we ever a team? This is Amir Javari. It's not like we have a choice. We've been in the same boat since the very start, and our enemies are the metaphorical sea and its storms. Oh yeah, that's the Bakunawa. Whoa, that design looks cool. Took me a second to find... Wait. That looks like the head, but that looks like the mouse. Is this a mouse, or is this a mouse? Because it sure looks like this is a mouse, and this is the eye. That confuses me. You all saw that scary creature just now, right? Although it was also my first time laying hand on it, my wealth of wisdom tells me it was likely Bakunawa's permeation. If we don't deal with it, it will eat us. If it eats us, it will get stronger. If it gets stronger, it will escape into Notland and continue eating until there is nothing left. Bakunawa, that's the monster that Tenoch and the 6 heroes of ancient Dawn fought against. Wait, didn't they defeat it? Well, yeah, they split, but then clearly it's gotten itself back together. Huh, you wish. The worst part about the beast is that it has even stronger immortality than the rest of Gold's creations. Its permeation is no simple humus, or chalk. The power contained within it was something that even Gold and the Abyss Order cannot harness. A power that can corrupt even the passage of time. And he also mentioned something about the contamination of time in the marriage of Ari. So this monster is the one behind it? We did encounter our fair share of obstacles along the way here, maybe because people were trying to keep Bakunawa from escaping through the seals. Is that why the narrative disappeared? Wait, we didn't break the seals by coming here, did we? Let's just assume we are in a different time from Bakunawa for now. Yeah, let's hope so. And how are we gonna get home? Oh. Alright, back. Also, this is a cool shot. That is getting screenshotted. Also, I need some hydration. It's freaking... This is now an hour and a half of impromptu... Okay, why did I just turn French? Impromptu voice acting. I just turned French. Freaking... This is what happens when you don't sleep for like 20 hours, right? You just, like, when you're living in Canada, you just start being French. Freaking... Galicia Sacramento State Havana. Our path is clear, Paimon. If the problem lies in Bakunawa's permeation, then in the name of the Abyss Order, we must slay the beast. Okay, not in the name of the Abyss Order, but sure. Why are you acting like a good guy all of a sudden? Pick a side and stick to it, will you? Perhaps if you were more well-read, you'd understand that New Tide Anthology states that principles are defined by their flexibility. Flexible principles are to be, in principle, flexible. Okay, buddy. In any case, the time has come for us to fight. Alright. We gotta fight that thing now? Bakunawa, scoured by the ravages of time, the power of the Wyops still harbored within the Calamity of Eshu awakens, as though sensing the presence of a nemesis from 500 years before. Use this power to defend against Bakunawa's attacks. After successfully fending off a special move, the Wyob will unleash a powerful counterblow. Okay, so we have to time it now. What is this? What? Freaking I'm gonna play that game in a year. I'm not good with those combat quick time events. Once struck by the Wyob's counterblow, the Bakunawa will temporarily be paralyzed. Seize this opportunity to unleash the power of the Calamity of Eshu and attack Bakunawa's weak spots for a chance to sever its limbs. Attack with the full power of the Calamity of Eshu when Bakunawa is at its weakest, sorely defeated. Though as the legends tell of the terrifying monster's power of revival, it remains to be seen if it might one day rise again. It probably will. Oh, okay. That's a Wyob. Okay, cool. Is there a cooldown? There's a cooldown of 2 seconds. Okay, sure. That's good enough. Defeat Bakunawa. Hold up. Turning the volume up. Do we get like epic music? This guy's way too big. Yeah. I concur. Okay, that timing is so cooked. Are you alright, traveler? Yeah, I'm alright. Andrew, why are you just standing and watching? Fuck me here and help! Well done, traveler. You mastered the power of the Calamity of Eshu. Okay, got it. There we go. Oh, okay. What? I did not press that in time. The music is nice. Can I rest red? How much damage do I do? None. Nice.
冒险冒险，呀，好，
Quick, we can climb onto the what?
冒险冒险，
The head from where? Oh, Sally opened a passage. Okay. Okay, you just shot the limb. Okay, sure. Oh, just like that. All right, got it. All right, I get it. I get it. I get it. I think I got that quick time event in. Your hitbox is too weird, my guy.
好，出发。
Okay, let's see how holographic its attacks are. Hello? Are you regenerating?
点燃吧！
I mean, I guess it's on brand for the
神火
guy.
荡翔，鸣击。
履行盟约吧，星魔们，让我见识见识恶药伤人。
无赦天火，
Okay, no, this guy does take some damage.
天命。
Yeah,
谁要阻拦？
yeah. Get up here and shoot. Power of the wild was in the yada 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 yada. Okay. You can shout next time. I was not reading the dialogue. I am sorry. It is so hard to read. When
该走攻击了，出来干活。哈，可交给你们俩了。
恭听太阳的光明。
okay, well, I screwed them out.
不比全开，
Well, that's definitely a
烧
lot.
起来吧！哼，嘿，呀，沸腾吧，山之血！一，冒险冒险！嘿，嘿，哦，点燃吧！哦，有大家在身边，伤口就不会痛，烧起来吧！
What? Okay. What?
冻死了！
The frick? This feels like a weekly. First of all, I'm gonna keep it honest. Okay, I kind of get why I'm supposed to do that after the fact, but like, yeah, this is by are you generating a limb? Uh oh. Okay. There you go.
来吧！哼，嗯，粉灭不尽。冒险冒险！哦，谁要阻拦？哼，该总攻击了！
让我
Please
见识
don't do
见
a
识
big
恶
attack.
药
I
伤
want to do
人。
damage. I want
无
to do
赦
damage.
天火！哼，
Okay.
哼，
Nice. Hog.
点燃吧！
Traveler, one last time. Let's finish off Bakunawa. Alright. I'm not reading that intro text. That's too much yap. Did we win? We look sealed. I knew it. No matter how powerful Bakunawa was, it would never fall short. Supporting Paimon's foot. Okay. Basically, Enjo, you're not helping. You did. Silali helped. You did not. Did we get rid of it? Woohoo! We're awesome. That's the biggest bad guy we've ever taken down. Judging by the potency of the energy we just dealt with, that may only have been one piece of Bakunawa's body. But even if it's only one of many, I'm sure it will have left something useful behind. Let's see. Stop right there. You heard her, Andrew? Stay put. What's this now? Are your companions not but arrows in your quiver, fit to only to be strung, shot, and then abandoned? Traveler, remind me, who was it who dealt the crucial blow to Bakunawa just now, Is this how you treat the backbone of your team? The backbone? Keep dreaming. What exactly are you after? All that is unknown etches itself into the desires of my soul. The corpse of Bakunawa may be laden with ancient treasures it once devoured. Surely such artifacts would be priceless. Try harder. You've been hunting for clues about the marriage of Ari since the traveler's arrival in that one. There's no way your end goal is something so vague. You can't lie your way out of this one, Enjo. What secrets are you hiding? We're not giving up until you spill the beans. Lie? Well, I'm not lying at all, but since you insist, I'll grace you with a story. Many years ago, there existed a kingdom in a broken land. The king was wise and powerful. He loved his people and was beloved by them. Later, when a powerful enemy attacked the kingdom, the king sacrificed his life to save it. Upon his death, his most steadfast followers succeeded him. Yet evil still lurked but in the shadows, its creeping corruption poisoning the new king. Once more, the kingdom was plunged into torment. Civil war broke out across the kingdom, splitting it into factions. The wicked king was slain, and his people were exiled from the land. These exiles split into two different groups. One chose to accept their exile and abandon their homeland forever. Just reread all this. Right now I can't tell whether this is supposed to be like Conria lore. The other group refused to leave, until they were allowed to settle down elsewhere, albeit in the most barren and remote part of their nation. They lived in neglect for millennia until darkness returned once more. The kingdom was still divided, and these exiles were the first to raise their weapons. Although they were destitute, not a single one of them retreated or fled. With the same stubborn spirit that bade them never abandon their homeland all those years ago, they fought and died until only one remained. Okay, no, I was talking about Tenochtzitoc, I guess. You're not going to tell us that survivor was you? It seems like eating too many slimes really can make someone a dullard. I was just guessing. Where did you get off being so mean? In any case, that man's name was Tenoch. Big surprise. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? That's why Tenoch did not belong to any of the 6 tribes. And the lost settlement was known as Tenochtzitoc. Its people were warriors who wielded the power of Animo. Some people named this place where their bones were buried the Windless Land. See, this makes a lot of sense because if you don't know, right? Each tribe of Nala represents an element. And like, some of them it's pretty easy to tell which is which, right? And by the way, you can tell from which Saurian does what kind of damage. But basically, Children of Echo is Geo, that one's obvious. Sounds of Canopy is Dendro, that's also obvious. People of Springs is Hydro, again, pretty obvious. Collective of Plenty is Electro. Master of Nightwind is Cryo. And now, despite both of the Flower for the Clan characters being Animo, the clan's element is actually Pyro. Right? Kugosaurs deal pyro damage, their whole color scheme is red. And yeah, they're supposed to symbolize, the pyro element. Again, despite the fact that both of their characters are Animo and they literally have air balloons that float in the air. No, they're actually pyro. So we don't have an Animo tribe. And it makes sense that Tenochtzitoc is that lost Animo tribe that no longer exists. Yeah, this actually makes a whole lot of sense. Anyways, yeah, its people were warriors who wielded the power of Animo. Some people named the place where their bones were buried the Windless Land. While their brothers and sisters, who 500 years before departed from their homeland, headed to the true Land of Wind. There, they were known by another name, the Moratans. However, that's a story for another day. Okay, I somehow did not expect to see this twist. So yeah. Okay. Right. This twist seems very obvious, retroactively. I guess, like, I know enough of the lore, but I'm not like a theorist, right? I don't have the intuition to, like, extrapolate. But yeah, no, if you don't know who the Moratans are, they are the tribe that Vanessa, the the Lying Fang Knight that liberated the Mondstadt from the aristocracy, she belonged to the Marathons. Yeah, which all the way, this is all that goes back to the freaking Genshin manga. Yeah, they came to Mondstadt from Natlan. Huh. That's very interesting. Does this mean you're one of these Marathon people? Really? Is he lying again, Lolly? Don't shout so loudly, or you'll cut off all of dear Traveler's brain cells. As for your beloved Granny Italy, she can no longer respond to you. What did you do to her? Nothing of consequence, I merely drove her away. Stories all have a purpose, and I thank you for taking the time to listen to this one, as it has allowed me to familiarize myself with some of Bakunawa's powers. From now on, that old hag shan't be bothering us anymore. You sneaky, lying, scheming, evil abyssal rat! Flexible principles, Paimon. Flexible principles. See, that is where your problem lies. You never listen to what others have to say. Who exactly are you, and what's your objective? Ew. Okay, I need to see whether this. Okay, this is firsthand, or have you just been going after places and reading the records? Because if you have first-hand account of all these places, man, what the fuck are you doing in the Abyss Order? Why are you showing with these Karians? You are like thousands of years older. Anyways, because if you don't know, so like, give a sense of scale, right? Vindagnir fell at around the time Karia was founded, which is thousands and thousands of years before the Curse of Mortality was placed on the Karians, which is the fall of Karia. Anyways, Traveler, I have seen the glory of Vindagnir perish, buried beneath the snow. I have witnessed the Sun Children dancing in their white night, and upheld the magnificence of Gorabad, submerged in the sea of sand. I have touched the vessels of flesh and blood of them in the Moshiri ceremonial site, the broken colossi of Remoria, and brushed my fingers across the soil colors of the murals in the Vukub Kaquist Tower. I know how Mondstadt's old aristocracy was overthrown, how the people of Liyue began the great migration of the Legreli Assembly, and how the loyalists of Orobashi fought against the disciples of the Narukami. I even know how the people of Tenochtzitoc perished in battle, and how the Marathons left for a distant land. But none of these places in my memory belong to me. They're like shooting stars, merely fitting across my sky with a spark, then fading away into nothing. Traveler, Paimon, I serve the Abyss Order, but the Order is not my home. What about you two? Where is your home? Ah, so you cannot answer that. Or perhaps you do not wish to answer. Very well, I will be heading deeper to continue my investigation. Maybe we shall never see each other again. I highly doubt it. But yep. But know this, Traveler. Without the power of Bakunawa, you will never be able to enter the true Merchivari. Allow me to leave you a final parting gift. Is that like a lava walker flower? What is this? This is a flower that blooms in flames. Until the day that the fire is turned into ashes, you shall see the glowing embers of this flower shining through the dark smoke. And there he goes. Oh, okay, Silali is still here. Hey, you're called Encho, right? if you find any secrets, remember to come back and tell us. Or at least give us your name. Your real name. Granny, it's me. Why, I swore I had driven you away. Me? By the likes of you? Granny just wanted to see if you have any other parlor tricks up your sleeves. So that's how it is. Granny will always be Granny. I apologize for my hubris. If that day comes, I promise I will. And with that, I bid you farewell. Your monuments on my journey until we meet again. If there truly is a homeland I have forgotten, could it be within this realm of smoldering, shattered time? Alright, and there he goes. Okay. Pretty nice. Okay, we got more Enjo backstory than I ever saw we get. But you're back. Are you both alright? We're okay. That's a relief. I couldn't see what Enjo was up to. Unreadable to the very end. Now that I think about it, when Enjo was hiding inside Tenochtzitoc, I don't think he was trying to enter this place. But he knew you would come, and he planned to use you. Naturally, he was certain you would somehow find a way. But he didn't bet on Zilali showing up. Let's throw a wrench into his works. We already knew this guy wasn't like the other Abyss Order goons. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Enjo, right? He is slimy. He's definitely not above tricking us or like using us for his own gains. But he definitely isn't in the Abyss Order for the Abyss Order. Broski is like a freaking... Broski is a fellow lore enjoyer, right? I respect him for his dedication to the lore of Teyvat. He seems like he's going to have a very significant role in the upcoming developments in Marriage of Ari that's going to happen probably sometime over the next year. So yeah, I'm very excited to see that. Anyways, I'll give my total thoughts at the end of the quest. The Paimon never saw he'd have so many secrets, and asking him for answers only left him with some more questions, just like this place. I'll check with Mawika. I have a feeling she'll know something about this place. Probably. I let Silalin scout the area. It found a stone tablet around behind the temple. It just so happens that there were some names written on it. Names? Some of them have been eroded through beyond recognition, while others are barely legible. They are the names of the former Pyro Archons. Yo, can we see that, please? I beg. Can we see that? Huh? I have an inkling this place may have been put together by the Pyro Archons 500 years ago. They must have made it to deal with, or at least temporarily contain, Bakunawa. But the exact method they used are still a mystery. Yeah, but we would definitely know something about this then, if that's the case. Anyway, I'd appreciate it if you don't tell anyone else about it, for now at least. Then can we keep looking around this place? Of course, but you shouldn't stray too deep. Especially you, traveler. Got that. The spirit trace I left on Enjo seem to have been consumed by a strange power. Whatever's wrong with the Marriage of Ari, we are definitely not equipped to handle it right now. I need some time to look into all this. Of course, if I learn anything useful, you will be the first to hear about it. Is there anything else you'd like to know? How's the employee who was acting up earlier? Papar? He's fine. Enjo told me he's previously disguised himself as a tourist and adopted the name Hein. He then approached Papar, and the two of them really hit it off. In the end, Enjo had Papar enough faith in me to knock out the Tonkasaurus. He's probably still snoozing off in a corner of Teteal somewhere. Classic Enjo. I should really be heading home. For a senior citizen like myself, this excursion's been a headache and a half. Thank you, Silali. I didn't ask for anyone's thanks. But, well, if you really want to express your gratitude, remember to come and visit your granny more often, okay? Alright, fine. Yeah, there we go, Lava Walker. Yeah, it was a Lava Walker flower. Right, because yeah, again, it's not just Wanderer's Troop that we had the lore, right? like that implies that the marriage of Ari has been here thousands of years ago. There was also Lava Walker. I'm pretty sure Viridescent Vanera was also to do with the marriage of Ari. So no. Definitely something sus happening here. Yeah, let's see. Lava Walker's resolution. A flower gifted to you by Enjo. Was a delicate bloom, freshly picked. When did it become like this? That's definitely going to become important at some point in the future.
多了一份能加入收藏的东西。
I guess then touching brings you back there, I guess? Okay, that's cool. Okay, so now we just have a permanent way into, Okay, so I guess this will just be the, entrance to, to the, whatchamacallit, the marriage of Ari, I guess. Right? Yeah. Alright, let's just try. We can still go back here, right? Oh, look at that! Can we know we still kind of configure a party? Okay, eventually I'll remember to bring Charlotte over. It just brings us right to here. Okay, that's just the exit. Okay, that's nice. Oh yeah, look at that. The Bakunawa is now just trapped here. That's cool. Yeah, the Bakunawa fight was fun, I guess. Huh. Can I apply the Bakunawa was prior? Survey says no. There's a lot of things that... There's a surprising amount of things you can apply cryo and have it still work. Alright, this is gonna kill me, right? Did I go too far? I mean, I'm still following the path. Oh, there's just a barrier. Screw off! Screw off, Enjo. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. If Enjo really had first-hand account of all of those things, okay, yeah, let me just go back to Enjo real quick. Yeah. Yeah, if he had a lot of... Yeah, if he actually experienced all the things he said he experienced, he is probably the biggest things that has ever happened to the lore community. Right? First-hand account of all these historical events in lore? Really? Oh, we get an Isolde here, even though Sally said this place is an outlawn. Interesting. But yeah, okay. So now we have a cave here. Tenochtzitoc, Western Cavern. Alright. Oh yeah, this was the abyssal enemies I saw earlier on the side. Alright, that's cool. Let's see. Are you back? Nope, I don't see where the hell you are, so the guys are, so I assume they're back in action. It'd be funny if they actually add interaction back at Silali's house, so let's go check that out. But yeah. No, that was a pretty good world quest. Any world quest is Enjo. Like as much as I like to freaking clown on the guy, he does make a quest really fun. Because he's like the perfect type of like cartoon villain. Like he's in that like subgenre, like that genre of cartoon villain who is like very selfish in terms of he will stop at like he is willing to throw people under the bus to achieve his goals, but he never actually does anything like that's actually like bad enough for you to like go like, oh no, you're a bad person. Right? It's just kind of just does goofy things. I would keep it honest. Okay, so Lolly, I've come here to visit. Examine bookshelf. 2 light novels have been placed carefully on the bookshelf. There's a very little dust on the shelf, as though it's been tidy, especially for them. Oh yeah, that's the light novels I delivered to her like months ago. That's cool. All right. Okay, let me think. Is there anything else to do in the stream? Alright, I think there's like an FO dialogue I missed somewhere around here, so let me just quickly go grab that, and then... Yep, right here. Tunnel, push 3, and enough.
刚才在大舞台上充满震感和力量感的动作，
Tell me this gets a dialogue, this gets voiced, but the world class doesn't.
能不能再表演一遍？
关节冷却中，请稍后再试。
这难道就是传说中的机械舞？
The robot, I can't. Just imagining enough, just like doing the robot dance, freaking on the stage right here. It's a very interesting visual. Oh, let me think. And then I don't know whether I've shown this one, but there is also a dialogue right here. But no, this is a... Well, I think this is a very nice... The quest we just did is a very nice, like, prelude to the marriage of Ari.
这样称呼圣城所在地，明晨之境曾经期待的归宿，会是那里吗？即使那里已经没有人在等他了。
I mean, there would have been one person there for her return had she done that, like... Had she tried to do that, like, half a year earlier. It's just that I don't think, you know, she would have gotten along well with that person. Kugu Khan and the freaking Dragon Lords, the CLs, did not get along. But yeah. No, I think this is a very nice kind of transition from what we saw in the quest, in the main like event quest, to probably future stuff to do with the marriage of Ari, which the dev said, right, they're gonna follow up on marriage of Ari, like at some point in the not too far off future, right? It might not be 6.0, but like from the way they talk about it, it's definitely like they're gonna expand on the marriage of Ari. Probably in the 6.x patches, right? I don't know when that would be, but it sounds like they were gonna cover, like they're gonna expand on it soon. So, yeah, no, I think that's a nice, and we now have an entrance to the marriage of Ari, which is very cool. And yeah, the Bakunawa fight was honestly pretty good, right? Again, it's like, I guess if your characters are well invested enough, you will do some damage to it, right? My Sita Marika did do some damage. It's kind of like in that sense, it's kind of similar to the Scaramouche fight, right? It kind of feels like weekly where you're really playing around the mechanics. And I honestly would not be surprised if the Bakunawa, like in the final, like in like a more final form, you know, more powerful form, is the weekly, one of the 2 weeklies we'll have in the Not Cry patch cycle, right? I don't think that's too wild of a what would I call it? Prediction? A guess? Hypothesis? Whatever it is. But yeah, point is, this is, very exciting. And can I just say, the area looks amazing. Like, the freaking Ashen Marriage of Ari, like, it looks so good. Like, it is... along with the Bakunawa, along with it, it looks awesome, right? Like, it's exactly like, the burnt, it gives a land of, first of all, yeah, it definitely looks windless, right? With all the ash particles in the air, and like, how still everything is, it looks unchanging, right? It looks windless, but also, yeah, I like the how gray it feels, right? How devoid of color it looks. It looks like a place of ash and cinders, which is exactly what it should look like. Genshin level design. It's just so good, like. And also, yeah, the Bakunawa design is also nice, right? It plays into this grayscale feeling of the Marriage of Ari, right? This colorless feeling. And again, the text says it looks like a mountain, and it does look like a freaking mountain. And yeah, no, and I was right. The stomach mouse does open. It's very cool. And I like that, yeah, they're building off of the previous 5.2 event stuff. And now that, again, the 5.8, right, this area is permanent along with the event quests, right? And all these world quests, they're all permanent. That's a good step to take, because now, from now on, right, everything beyond this quest to do with Marriage of Ari is now permanently baked into the game, so that no matter when you start playing, or when you stop and restart playing, you will always get this bit of stuff, which is very nice, right? Like, I loved Simulanka, but one of the things is always, like, especially retroactively in Paralogism, right? Durin is clearly an important part of the game's lore at this point, and the thing with Mini Durin, right? Like, it's important to the game's story, but it's just not there anymore, right? It's not in the game anymore because it was only there for a patch last year, right? Around this time. So for the people, I had a friend that started in very early Notlan, or I guess restarted in very early Notlan technically, and then while he was doing the quest, before he gets into Mini Durin, to give them a sense of what it is, I have to, like, explain to him what I have to explain to him, yeah, like, okay, like, the whole rough plot of Simulanka and the whole deal was Mini Durin. And because, yeah, no, that's just not, like, sure, there's a little summary that you can read optionally, right? It's because the Simulanka summary wasn't even put in the quest, right? It's not like the Shadow Mist Snowstorms where there's a part in the quest where they just put down the screen for you to read through. Simulanka did have one of those screens, but you have to go in the quest menu and then click that, and then click the button right here, and then only then will you read it. Like, most players would just not see that. So, like, I guess Simulanka was absolutely amazing, but the one thing is always that, yeah, like, it's very lore significant, but it's just too temporary, right? So I am so happy that this summer has introduced some lore significant, clearly lore significant build-up, right, to be covered next year, and everything is permanent. right? Like, sure, the event gameplay might not be permanent, but like everything else, they're all permanent. The area is permanent. The Arc Conquest is permanent. The event story quest is permanent, as I'm pretty sure. And so are the world quests, right? And by extension, this. All of this is permanent. So no, that's good. I am very happy about this, if you can't tell. And yeah, no, I can't wait to see what they do with the Marriage of Ari in the future, because it looked so cool, man. And I bet, like, lore content creators like freaking Murderer Birds is like salivating at the potential of Enjo in the Marriage of Ari. They better. I won't be trying to catch his reaction to all this, you know, because by the way, if you don't know who that is, check him out. He's a goated lore creator. Very nice person overall, and also goated with the lore. He reads, like, I wouldn't consider myself a lore skipper, but bro reads like 3 times more lore than I do. Like, I literally have, basically, in the archives, all the books I can get. But I haven't read through every book. He has. So, yeah. Anyways. Until the day that the fires turn me into ashes, witness Enjo embark on his unknown journey. I am very excited to see where Enjo ends up. So no, this is very exciting. I am hyped. Yes, I am still live. I just did the quest. Yeah, it's actually good that you weren't here earlier, so that you won't have to listen to my atrocious impromptu voice acting. Right now, I'm just giving my like closing thoughts, and then I'll. My analysis. Well, my analysis is I could just give a very quick summary of what I just yapped over the past 10 minutes. But first of all, yeah. Big point on how I like the fact that this is all permanent compared to like last year's Simulanka, right, which had big lore implications with Durin and all that, but just isn't permanent. So newer and returning players, such as yourself, just get cooked. But this area, like from this area onwards, all Marriage of Ari lore is permanently baked into the game, and that's very exciting. And I was talking about how Enjo has big lore significance if he actually did first-hand experience through all those events, because those were 2 or 3 millennia apart. Which is, yeah, very big lore implications, and definitely leaves more questions than answers, as Paimon pointed out. And also, yeah, I'll talk about how cool Marriage of Ari looked, and how it is basically, it met all my expectations for the region. It's goated. Yeah. It looks cool. Bakunawa also looks cool. I like the boss fight. It feels like I'm currently predicting that a more powered up and I guess whole Bakunawa will be one of the 2 weeklies we get in the 6.x patches. I feel like that is very likely because what the mechanics we had with this Bakunawa feels very much like a weekly. Oh, you got another thing to say? Well, cooked. But yeah, point is, yeah, World Quest goated. I mean, I'll be very excited to see where the Marriage of Ari and Enjo leads us in the 6.x patches. And yeah, I'm glad with the way they're going about these quests, which is that they often reveal the lore and as a part of a background information patches before it becomes relevant in like a more mainstream quest. So, and they still introduce it like in a pretty coherent fashion in the quest, but they kind of sneak it in the game, in like weapon or artifact descriptions or something like that. So lore players can do the quest and go like, yeah, I know that. Like for example, and some of them have really long payoffs. Like for example, the story of Tenoch and the 6 heroes was more or less we have like a rough idea of the story back in 5.8, I think, was when the talking stick weapon was released, and in that description was the story of how not 5.8, 4.8 I meant 4.7 and 4.8. But yeah, no, that covered how Tenoch found the 6 heroes and how Tenoch was not a member of any of the tribes. And of course, the marriage of Ari has been covered in numerous artifact sets dating back to 1.0. And the Muratans, right? The plot point was the Muratans are older than the game itself. They were mentioned in the Genshin manga, like before the game was released, while the game was still in development, because the Muratans are the tribes that emigrated to Mondstadt and who Vanessa, the founder of the Knights of Favonius, is descended from. So, big lore payoffs. And yeah, no, it's very nice to, like, doing quests like this makes me feel like a lore reader, right? Not a lore skipper. It's great. Like, yeah, when they do the lore reveals, I can just go like, oh yeah, that thing, I knew that. Yeah, and I think that's a really good way, that's a really good, like, mode of writing, right? You reward the people that pay attention by, again, just thinking stuff in way before, but still not confuse like the people that are more casual on lore by still explaining stuff clearly, right? Like they did that in the Archon Quest 2 with Dragon Lords, right? The reason why when I was doing the quest I keep calling the 8th Lord and the 11th Lord CL08 and CL11 is because that's a name they use in the tablets in the Sacred Ancient Mountain during their like kind of little parliamentary sessions. And yeah, they were all introduced as CL01 through CL13. So yeah, no, it's nice. And stuff was like, yeah, the execution of the 8th Lord can all be found in the Ancient Sacred Mountain. 3 whole patches for this current Archon Quest. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, I like how the way they're doing these things, and yeah, this world quest I really like this world quest. And yeah, it's a really nice little like appetizer, is the right word, for the Marriage of Ari. And it's very nice because the Marriage of Ari has always been like a really hyped about lore-wise like region for many years now, and it feels so nice to actually see it in person. Did I finish Capybara King? Yes, I did. I finished that quest train. And also, you can kill the Capybara King for achievement, by the way. Yeah, I did that last stream. Yeah. I think, okay, I think I started the Capybara King, like, did the first part of the quest 2 streams ago? 3 streams ago. 3 streams ago. 2 streams ago was Starro. 3 streams ago. But I finished the last stream. Playing on a trackpad. Unfortunate. I mean, if you're playing on a laptop, can you place a mouse on, like, the bottom right, like, part right of the trackpad? Like, it's a tiny area, but if you turn the sensitivity up enough, you can still do it. Like, I used to do that. Alright, well, let me think. Is there anything else for me to do before I end stream? Let me think. I did Stygian. Top of the leaderboard, as always. Did the quests. Oh, you can clear Stygian 3 in 10 seconds? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, okay. If you can clear Stygian in 10 seconds with the setup, you can, it's fine. God, I need more water. Voice acting freaking Silali and Paimon for like 2 hours straight killed my throat.
向着星辰，感谢你完成。
Cooked. Anyways, let me think. Yeah, I couldn't clear Stygian 3 in 10 seconds total on my account, so if you could, in like 10 seconds in total, I would have been like, wow. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the shortest time I took to kill a boss in Stygian 3, this cycle is 10 seconds. So yeah, no, we're on par there. I think right now it's like the distribution is something like 12, 10, 25. But yeah. Well, and I can't get any good galleries pieces, so that makes us boast. Like, take a look at this feather I just got today. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one. This one. Double crit. It just rolls two into ER. You know what? Let's just bring it up to 12. Let's just bring it up to 12. Okay, crit rate. I might roll this more later. I don't know. I don't honestly. I think it'll roll better than the piece I currently have. So it's probably just gonna stay on 12. But yeah. Roll twice into ER. I can't. Legitimately the most useful stat on Skirk. Flat defense is more useful than energy recharge, because at least flat defense makes your Skirk have slightly more survivability. And like EM, at least if you're like up against like an electro enemy, allows you to do like the slightest bit more superconduct damage. Like technically, it still does something. ER does nothing. Anyways, yeah. All right, I think that's probably about it for this stream. I can't think of anything more to yap about. Okay, next stream is gonna probably happen. Okay, there are two options. Either I do another Genshin stream where I do some hangout events or something. And it's gonna be a chill stream. Either tomorrow night or the night after that. So that's either going to happen, or that's not going to happen, and I will just. But regardless, I will stream on Tuesday night for the new Sorrow patch, and I'll pull for High Zealands, and I will do the new quest, however long that might be. Right, it takes 1 to 3 streams for every new patch in Sorrow. So that's probably the next up on the streaming schedule. And then maybe there might be 1 or 2 more Genshin streams afterwards. Right, let me see. Yeah, so Tuesday, there's guaranteed to be a Star Wars stream. Knowing how Star Wars quests usually are, I likely won't finish it Tuesday night. So, Wednesday night will probably also be a second Star Wars stream to finish the quest, and if I still can't do that, Thursday night will be a stream to actually finish it. Friday night will be, not Friday night, probably Saturday night. Next Saturday night, in roughly a week's time, Abyss, right? New Spiral Abyss. I'll do that, and then there might be 1 or 2 streams between here and roughly the 19th, where I will maybe do some chill Genshin streams, do a hangout event. Not sure whether I can stream on the night of either the 17th or the 18th, right, which is like in a week's time. Not sure whether I can stream it then, because there's a Starro Apocalyptic Shadows reset, Epoch Shadows. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can. No promises. But yeah, so next stream will either be a Genshin stream, chill Genshin stream in the next 2 nights, or it will be the Star Wars stream on Tuesday, which will 100% happen. Yeah, that's guaranteed to happen. Yeah, so that's that. I have fun today, clearing out Stygian, finally freaking doing it. Stygian 5, let's go, top of the leaderboard. Not trying Stygian 6 because I know I know my limits. See, right, the difference between if I pour like 9 hours into Stygian and Ziox pouring 9 hours into Stygian is that his account actually has a chance of beating Stygian 6. My account does not. And I have fun doing the quests. My throat will probably hurt when I go to sleep and wake up because of the amount of strain I put on my vocal cords with all the Paimon voice lines, and to a lesser extent the Lali voice lines. But it's fine. I had a blast doing the quest. And yeah, no. Yeah, so wherever you are, whenever you are, have a wonderful rest of your day or night, whatever it is, and take care. And I'll see you next time, either in 1 or 2 days on Genshin for a chill stream, or on Tuesday night for a nice cinema Star Wars stream where we keep going on with the quest. We continue the eternal recurrence, right? 33,550,337, right? Anyways, that's all for now. Yeah. Take care. I'll see you then. Have fun. Goodbye. Okay, just a last little thing. I hate how, I don't know why, but OBS has updated, and now I have to click the stop streaming twice to actually stop streaming. Anyways, take care, see you then.